Greetings. Welcome to another in our series on Tai Chi and Qigong. I'm Michael Gilman. Today's lesson deals with what I call 8 essential Tai Chi Qigong. Now it's a big name and it's sort of a combination of Tai Chi and Qigong, or it's a form of Qigong especially adapted to aiding Tai Chi Chuan students and players perfect the energy work of their forms. It can be done just purely as an exercise form, a Qigong form, we're using basic postures, simple movements, and breathing. We're going to go through various breathing and postural awarenesses in order to make these movements energetically effective. So the 8 essential energies of Tai Chi Chuan are Pong, Lu, Ji, An, Tsai, Lie, Zhou, and Kao. Pong energy is energy that moves upward and outward. Lu energy is things that move towards the body, sort of in slightly downward towards the body. Ji energy is 2 things moving in the same direction. Kind of has a feeling of squeezing. You know, if everybody tried to get out, there were 20 people in a room, you tried to get out through the same door, that would be kind of Ji energy, squeezing through a smaller space. And An is 2 things moving downward, sort of in a pushing sort of fashion. Those are the 4 major energies, and then the 4 supporting energies that make up the rest are Tsai. Tsai is a pulling down as opposed to a kind of a nice, smooth, easy push. Tsai is a jerking kind of downward movement to uproot somebody. If you just wanted to pull something right down, that's Tsai. Lie energy is 2 things moving in the opposite direction, sort of like pulling something apart or squeezing it together too. You know, here's 2 things moving in the opposite direction. Here's 2 things moving in the opposite direction. We call both of those Lie. Zhou energy means elbow, the energy that comes out from the elbow. And Kao means a shoulder, energy that comes out from the shoulder. Now all these 8 energies are used in every movement of Tai Chi. Not all of them are used in every movement, but at least one, and combinations of them are used in all the movements. And original Tai Chi was basically just working with postures, just pure postures for those movements, and then it expanded out into now, for instance, we have 108. So it's very simple. First I'll talk about the structure. How do we make this movement, right structurally? How do we set it up? And then we'll start looking about the energies, how to move the energies inside the body. So even if you aren't a Tai Chi player, please get up and follow along, do these movements, and you'll find a nice meditative opening, lots of good exercise. All right? They are not difficult. Okay. So we're going to start from a relaxed standing position. And each movement we're going to do to both sides. Traditionally in Tai Chi we do one movement on one side, and then we go and do some other movement, and then we do another movement. And in this case we're going to take each one of these energies and do it right and left and right and left. And we're going to keep repeating it as we explore them for understanding. So the first movement that we're going to do is called Pong, or energy that's moving upward and outward. So let me demonstrate this, how we're going to do it, and then we'll talk about it, all right? So you want to always remain upright, comfortable, soft, easy, and relaxed. Don't use strength when you're doing these movements. We're going to use internal energy. So just be easy, open, and soft and relaxed. All right? So, that's left side, and we come back. Then we do the same thing to the right side. And come back. Then we're going to do to the left side. And back. And to the right side. And back. Okay, now let's look at how we do this, how structurally how we do this. So we have a kind of a comfortable stance. Now, in order to step ahead with the left foot, I first sink my weight onto the left foot to open up the right foot a little bit more, shift the weight to the right foot, and sink. The left foot rolls up a bit. We then step, the heel touches down, shift the weight forward. Shift the weight back, lift up the toe, bring the foot back. Shift and open. Shift, balance, step ahead, shift forward. Shift back, lift up the toe, bring the foot back. Shift and open, shift, sink, step, and out. Shift back, come back, and center, shift, and open. Now, so this pattern is what we're going to be using for basically all of them except for Lu when we step backward. Okay? So it's very comfortable, very easy. We take the weight off, open a little bit, sink the weight. You want to make sure you're balanced, keep upright, don't lean. Roll up the foot, make sure you have the weight here. The center is facing in this direction, and then we're going to turn. We then come back and turn and lift and bring the foot back. We then open, belly facing this knee, step ahead and shift. Come back, lift up the toe, bring the foot back. So that's the basic foot movement.